Hello FlossTubers, it's me, Sylvia from Becky's Land. Welcome to my FlossTube video number 7. Okay, I know, maybe you think you skipped one because my last video was number 5, but since YouTube says I've done 6 videos, I thought okay, I go ahead with that and call my next one video number 7. So here we are, 7. How are you all? How have you been? I hope you all have been good so far. My week wasn't that good. I still struggle with my health issues. But since I'm doing better today, I thought I record a video and talk to you a little bit about my stitchy stuff. So before I get started in showing you some of my pieces, I have something on my notes. I once again have notes, and I'm doing notes and I'm trying to keep on that notes, but every time, and I guess I said that before, every time I'm finished with my video I forgot something to say, or to tell, or to show, so I'm sorry. That's why I would like to start once again with something from my last video. When I talked about my wish list, I've forgotten to mention 2 things I would like to stitch this year. I would like to stitch this year. Not sure if but yeah, it was something from the primitive Hare. I have it on my wish list, but I think I forgot to tell you about it because I can't show you a chart or the pattern, because it's a printout from a magazine from the Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher issue. I have it, it's from fall 2015. I made a subscription. Is it called subscription? I subscribed, yeah, okay. And got the issues as PDF. So there is in this fall issue, 2015 issue, a chart from the primitive Hare, and it's called BooTree. I will link down below the Etsy shop. You can see the picture in her Etsy shop. It is just beautiful. I like it so much that I think I will stitch this year. And since I have the perfect fabric for it, if you remember the gray, it isn't really gray, vintage Edinburgh linen, I think it would be perfect for this BooTree. And it's, yeah, I would like to show it to you, but I only have the chart, so I can't. And I don't have a printout picture, I'm sorry. But that's what I forgot. It's on my wish list too. And the second one I forgot to show you is also because I don't have a printed out picture. It is in the Halloween issue 2014, and it's from the primitive Hare 2, and it's called Witchy Thyme. Beautiful, just beautiful, but it's large for me. It's a larger piece for me, but that's on my wish list too, and that's what I forgot. Maybe if I can find it on her Etsy shop as a pattern, I link down below the picture at her Etsy shop, so you can see what I would like to stitch this year. I really would like to, yeah. So then I forgot to mention, and I have it on this notes, wish list notes, but I don't know why I didn't tell you about it. For several years I would like to sew some kind of, I don't know how you call it. I called it project bag, tote bag, whatever. And since I'm not a seamstress, in no way, and not good at reading the instructions, yeah, I thought I will never figure it out how to sew a sewing pouch, it's called. So I bought some patterns from Stacy Nash, and I bought it just because for the instructions for the pattern for the sewing pouch. And okay, it's not really what I would like to stitch, but I would like to sew this pouch, sewing pouch, you know, beautiful. And I bought this Spells sewing pouch. This I might be stitching, not sure, but I would like to sew, to learn how to sew. And I bought it 3 or 5 years ago. So now, there you go, now you see. Never gotten. Yeah, I never really had the guts to try. And I want to try, because if you don't try it, you never know. And yeah, maybe someday I will be brave enough to sew, to try sewing one of those sewing pouches. And here, this one I think I bought last year. It's from Not Forgotten Farm, and the pattern itself is so pretty. And I really would like to stitch this pumpkin and make a sewing pouch and have it hang in my home. It's just beautiful. This, you can see it a little bit completely. Can you see that? I don't know about the glare, and I'm sorry about the glare. Yeah, just pretty. So I hope maybe someday this year I will get it together and sit on my sewing machine and sew a sewing pouch, you know? So that's what I forgot last time from my wish list. So now I can scratch it off my notes. The next one I forgot, I promised some of my commenters, she was interested in the linen bands. Once again, I'm sorry, I'm talking about the linen bands. And now I think, now here it is, the right. And I showed you this linen band. Maybe you remember this linen band, right? Yeah. So it has the print on it. This is printed on. It's just beautiful, and I would wanted I wanted to make it as a table runner on top of my table runner. I have already a table runner, but I wanted to make it as a table runner on top of my table runner, because you don't have anything to sew except for the ends. You don't have to sew the sides, only the ends. And I promised I show you what I would like to stitch on it. Maybe you can see that. I'm not sure. That's the table runner. So that's the table runner. And it has those little girlies, autumnish girlies on it. See? Just like that. Wouldn't that be beautiful? So, and it's a table runner too. And can you see there is a table runner underneath? Yeah, now I see that too. There is already a table runner underneath. So I would like that. That's why I bought the printed linen band. Down Sunshine Lane, the shop, the internet shop has, I've seen it a few days ago, they have UB designs new on her shop. on their shop. And maybe since UB design is offered on Down Sunshine Lane, and UB design is a German designer, and maybe you might be able to purchase a linen band since they have UB design on their site, and UB design stitches a lot on linen bands. So maybe that's your chance to get a linen band. I don't know, but that's just a thought. Okay. So now we can scratch off this too. And then I had in my comments, someone mentioned the Christmas garden from Blackbird Design I would like to stitch. And she was thinking about offering a stitch along on the Christmas garden. I really would like to stitch in a stitch along, because I think that's it is a good thing to stitch in a stitch along, but I'm not sure if I can handle the pressure, because it would be a pressure for me. It's only my thing. It's just me. So I'm not sure yet if I'm ready to stitch on the Christmas garden, and I'm not sure if I go with the stitch along. I'll let you know, okay, if I'm ready and decide I would like to stitch this Christmas garden this year. I think someone else mentioned she wanted to stitch that too, but not this year, maybe next year. So let's see and let's talk about it. I really like the idea pushing ourselves to get the Christmas garden done, so that's a good thing. So yeah, I would like to go on a stitch along. So let's see what 2017 brings, or maybe next year, okay? If there is anything else, please let me know, comment. We will figure something out, I'm sure. So, okay, I can scratch that off too. And then I'm done with my video number 5 and can start with my video number 7. So, since I haven't been stitching very much this last week, I don't have much to show. I don't have anything to show. My January from Lizzie Kate is finished and fully finished. It just needs a little bit embellishments, so you won't see that today. And my wordplay from With Thy Needle and Thread is sewn and finished and stuffed and blah blah blah. I just have to press it down to make it into a flat cushion, so you won't see that today either. And then I stitched in between a third snowmanish design from Just Cross Stitch magazine. It's finished and it's sewn and stuffed. It just needs a little bit decoration, a little bit embellishment. So you won't see that today either. In my next video I will show you my January basket, because I hope until then everything is finished and fully finished and decorated. So yeah, that's why I thought, since I don't have you anything new to show, I would like to talk about my Pinkeep journey, or Flat-Ornament, whatever you call it. I call it Pinkeep. So when I started stitching about 7 years ago, I had to learn a lot, and I desperately wanted to make a flat ornament. I wanted to learn how to make a flat ornament, and yeah, you know how it is when you begin something and have no idea, no clue whatsoever. You have no one to ask, how do you do that? And yeah, you know how that goes. I don't have anybody to ask, so I had to figure it out all on myself. And once again, I searched the internet and I found several tutorials, and yeah, I tried out, and this is my very first one, Pinkeep. I found a blog with pictures, and yeah, I just tried, and I think it turned out pretty good for my first one. It is a French designer's freebie, and I stitched it in 2010, and I stitched it on fine Ariosa with DMC, and my notes say it is stitched 1/1, but I don't think so. I think it is 2/1, I would say today. So yeah, I don't know. So here you go. This is my very, very first Pinkeep ever made. So that's the back, and those are the sides. I think it turned out pretty nice, and I made the hanger, it's something chiffon called, and I made the little bow here. Yeah, and I'm very pleased how this one turned out. It is, for my first one, I used something like that, you know, from the package, and yeah, I'm very pleased how the first one turned out. So here we go. Then I made a second one, and the motif I saw on Wanna's blog, and I just wanted to make it like she did in a as a Pinkeep, and it is a freebie from Primitive Betty. It's stitched on Belana 20 count, and it says 1/1, but I don't believe it is 1/1. I think it is 2/1. Yeah, and it is stitched in 2010. So no, this is my second one. So made a little bow. I like that, just a little bit embellishment, a few golden pins, so that's why I call it Pinkeep, and that is the back. Yeah, I found this fabric at IKEA. This is from IKEA, this fabric. I don't have any left, but I think this is a beautiful fabric. So yeah, I think maybe you saw it. I had it on display on my sewing machine behind me. It's, yeah, turned out good. So, and then, excuse me, no, I have to check. There is, I would say, and then the misery began, because then I saw on a tutorial video or a blog, I don't remember, that you have to sew the sides together, you know, and I did that, and I didn't like that, because I think I had too much pressure, and you can see that. You can see that on the bottom. It has too much pressure when I sewed it. So those are the pins, and that's the back. I believe This might be from IKEA too, this fabric, I don't remember. Yeah. And this design I stitched in September 2010 too. Woohoo! And it's stitched on Belfast linen. Yeah. I like it. Even if it is so wrinkly on the bottom. I still like it. I have it right now in my decoration because it's so wintry, you know? Yes, I like it. So, and it is from a book. It is a French book, but I have it in German. It is called Weiß, blank. And I can't show you the inside pages because mostly they have patterns. There are mostly patterns, but there are some nice motifs in there, I think. Some angels, a nice alphabet on a canvas. Yeah. There are some nice motifs, and you can choose only a small section of a motif. Yeah. So, for little cushions, I don't know if you can see everything right. Yeah. There are some books like blue and red and green, so yeah, I have a few of those books because they have a lot of single patterns in there. I like that, so you can choose whatever you want to stitch. So, and then since I didn't like that, I got more and more afraid of doing a Pinkeep. Since I'm doing this on something like from a package, it is so hard to cut a straight line, and yeah, I got a little bit frustrated on doing those Pinkeeps. I was never really happy with how they turn out. Some of them are not straight and most of them are wrinkly because I sewed the sides together and I had too much pressure. Yeah, I don't know. So at one point I gave up. I did another one. I showed you in one of my previous videos. You saw this. I made this. Since it doesn't have a border, it's not so, you can see that it's not so straight. Yeah, but yeah, it's the same. You have, it really is hard to cut it and everything. So it is from this book. I showed you this in one of my previous videos. So it is stitched in November 2010 and finished in November 2010. And then the next one is one I kind of pleased, but not really, because I used a black, whatever you call that, cardboard. It's not a cardboard, it's not a foam board, but it is dark. I used the dark side instead of the white side of this. So, you know, instead of this, I used this side. So, and you can see that through a little bit. Yeah, I'm an idiot. So, but that's the learning process, right? Okay. Think positive, it's the learning process. So, yeah. And I tried something different because the rickrack was too small to cover the sides. So I put some ribbon underneath. Can you see that? So yeah, always make the loop on top and make a little hanger. That's the back. So there you go. It is stitched in January 2012. It is stitched on Belfast linen with a Danish thread with Blomster garn 1/2. This is really a beautiful garn, this Blomster garn. I like it. It's a cotton thread. I like it. And it is from the book from Christiane Dahlbeck, Osterfest. And there is, she has a man. She's got herself a man, if I can find him. So I would say that's she and that's him. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, like that too. So, and then we are skipping way ahead because I really got frustrated in making Pinkeeps, and I completely gave up. Yeah, I gave up. Then in 2013 I wanted to try it again because never give up, make it happen. So I stitched a part of a design from LaDDa. I forgot to bring the chart here, I apologize, but I will write that down, which chart it was. So I stitched Lovebirds. Oh, I think the chart is called Lovebirds. Yeah. And can you see it isn't straight at all and wrinkly at the bottom? Look how wrinkly it is. Oh, it's so frustrating. It is stitched on Belfast linen, vintage rose. Can you see anything vintage on this Belfast linen? No, you can't, because me, idiot, stitched it on the wrong side. So the vintage side is on the back of the stitching piece. And I didn't see that until it was done. Yeah, so idiot. But anyway, it's done and it's hanging all year long except for Halloween and Christmas in my decoration. And although it isn't straight and has wrinkles, I still love it and I still have it on display. Yeah, because it's beautiful. The chart, the pattern, that's the side. And I tried out a different hanger. So as you can see, there is a little bit where it hangs, because it hangs all year long in my living room. Yeah, that's the back. Yeah. So yeah, I love it. Still love it, even if it's not perfect. It's not perfect. We have to work on the perfect part a little bit more. So what's next? I think I have everything. Yeah, because those two, no, you saw one. You saw one. I showed you in my one of my previous videos, this one, and I'm not pleased with it at all, because it is wrinkly and it's mounted on this, whatever you call that, and yeah, it isn't stretched enough, so I don't know. So that's the back. Okay, but still yeah, have to work on the perfect part. So, and now this is my very last Pinkeep I finished. I stitched it in September 2010 and I finished it in November 16. So now I have to mention Warner Pfeiffer, the Twisted Stitcher, once again, because she made a tutorial video how to finish a flat ornament, and I wanted to give it one more try until I totally completely give up. And Warner uses cardboard, not mat board. I think this might be something like mat board, and it is very hard to cut. So now, searching for a cardboard was very hard in Germany. I found a craft store, they frame pieces, just I don't want to go there with my stitchy pieces to frame it because, okay, anyway. And I asked if I can buy some cardboard. No. But you have leftover. Can I have the leftover? I will pay for it. What are you going to do with your leftover? You throw that out, aren't you? I would like to buy that. You don't have to give it to me for free. I really would pay for it. No. Yeah, finally I could convince her to sell me 10 small pieces of leftover cardboard. So I have to search again at some other shop or whatever. So, make a long story short, I have a cardboard and I tried Warner Pfeiffer's method. And here we go. Yoo-hoo! It turned out good. Not perfect, but it turned out good. Good, good, good. That's the back. Good, good, good. And I love it. The cutting part was so easy, and I didn't sew the sides. I glued it like Warner showed. I used a brush and put the glue to the edge with a brush. And thank you so much, Warner, for this hint with the wet towel, because it was getting on my nerve having all the glue on my fingertips. So you said you have always a wet towel on your table, and I did that too, and it was so much fun to make a flat ornament because I could wipe off my glue from my fingertips and was happy that I didn't have glue all over my fingers. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Once again, thank you, Warner Pfeiffer, the Twisted Stitcher, for all your help. And I'm really happy how this one turned out. I love it. Yeah. And the brush, putting the glue to the edge with your brush, that's so easy to do. So your tutorial is really helpful, very helpful. So yeah, and that's a swine cord, something like that. I don't know how you call that. I had in my stash, and yeah, I didn't put on. That's the only thing I forgot to put in the pins. And once it was glued, I barely could put in the tube for the hanger, but yeah, I managed, so I at least have a hanger. It's not pinned all over the place, only on top. And I did a different bow, just a tiny little bit. So as you can see, I'm smiling, so I'm happy with this one. Yeah. Okay, that's all I have for Pinkeeps. I don't have more Pinkeeps, but maybe in the future I will try out one more or two or so. So I'm not done yet, but I'm already 35 minutes, so maybe this one is going to be a long one. I wanted to say, yeah, it's not a shout out, but I wanted to say thank you for the shout outs to Taryn. Thank you so much for mentioning me and my cushions and my videos. And I have to say, Taryn, I think I have to admit that at first I'm a liar, and second I'm a hoarder, because the gem jars you showed, I would have taken all I could get. I wouldn't have just taken 2 from my table, I would have gone to the other tables too and had taken as much as I could, because yeah, I need jars for everything. So yeah, I think I'm a hoarder. Yeah, okay. So the next one I wanted to say is thank you to Joe Gregoire, that you mentioned me and my videos and my stitchy stuff, and I feel honored that you said you would like to send me your stitchy pieces so I could finish them. Wow, I'm really honored. Thank you so much. And Natasha, her channel is now Stitcherella. Thank you so much for your shout out. And your bowl you showed, that's exactly what I was looking for a very long time. Since I saw it on Carol's blog, Stitching Dreams, she had a bowl like you have, and she displayed her, or she displays her monthly cushions in a bowl since several years, and I liked it so much, and I wanted to do like Carol does, but yeah, I haven't found a dough bowl and came up with my napkin holder idea. So yeah, I'm a little bit jealous that you have a dough ball and I don't. No, I'm not jealous. I congratulate you that you find a dough ball. And then there is Karen from Karen's Craft. Thank you so very much for your warm words about me and my channel and my cushions. Thank you so very much. I really enjoy watching your videos, and you say so many things I would like to say the same way, but sometimes I just don't know how to express it, and you say it exactly like I would have said or expressed myself. So yeah, thank you so very much for mentioning me. And most recently, yesterday, I watched Ingeborg from A Stitch Too Far, and I wanted to say thank you for showing your fabrics. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. You know, my all-time favorite is Belfast flax, and it always was, and I have never thought about stitching something else than Belfast, or maybe Cashel, okay, and now trying out Edinburgh and Newcastle, but not hand-dyed fabric, and you showed so beautiful fabrics. Thank you so much. I have to go and search for yeah, Picture This Plus linen. Thank you. Yeah, and Kay's cross stitch, I already wrote you a comment. I hope you don't think of me as too, I don't know the right word for it right now. I really would like to sew a sewing bag, a project bag. Your bags are so beautiful with the quilting part. I like that very much, but I haven't found a tutorial to make the top part of the project bag with a zipper in a different fabric than the bottom of the project bag, and the inside to fit the zipper. You know what I mean? It, as I said, on that part I'm an idiot. I can't figure it out logical. So I didn't want to be not mean, but I really would. I meant it in a nice way. So let's put it like that. I really meant it in a nice way. So I love your project bags. They are beautiful, and the pansy decor, beautiful. Okay. So that was it, I think, for today. I hope I covered everything. I don't, oh no, yeah. One thing I want to show you very quick. I don't have much progress on my snowman from LaDDa, but once again, I'm a big fat liar. When I said in one of my previous videos I'm not comfortable stitching on a Q-snap, and I only have one Q-snap, and I only need one Q-snap. Yeah, people. Yes, I do need more than just one Q-snap, because you have different sizes of designs. That's what I was looking for, you know. And my 6 fat snowmen were crushed in the snap from the Q-snap. So at one point I was a little bit afraid that I would smash my excess, and I didn't want to make a French knot because I was afraid of smashing the French knots. So here you go. I really had to order a bigger Q-snap, and I have to tell you, wow, I'm so happy. It's like Christmas. I haven't bought any pattern, so I'm good. In January I haven't spent money on any pattern, so I'm good. I'm a good girl. I haven't spent any money on pattern. I just bought a few threads that I needed and the Q-snap. That's all I bought this month, so pretty happy about that. But I'm happy about the Q-snap. Yoo-hoo! Where is it to put it down? Yoo-hoo! Now you can see the whole piece, right? Yoo-hoo! And I'm getting really comfortable in stitching on a bigger Q-snap. I like the tension. So maybe I will never, no, I will stitch in a hoop, but I'm really liking stitching on a Q-snap. I would never, ever, ever have thought that, but yeah. And that's how far I got. I finished this part completely. I stitched the birdhouse. That's on the free chart. That's a free chart on the LaDDa side, and I started the border and yeah, a little bit of snow. So yeah, I'm so happy, and now I can show you the whole piece. Yeah, and yeah, that's the wording. Not much done there, because I told you I'm not so into stitching words, because I always have to start new when I stitch the word. I don't carry my thread in the back. So only 2 to go, people. Only 2 to go. This one and this one. Yeah, looks good. Not bad. Yeah, that's what I wanted to show you. My new Q-snap. Yoo-hoo! And I'm happy. Can you see? I'm smiling. I'm happy. So everything's good. Okay, people, that's it for today. Thank you so very much for watching. Thank you so very much for commenting. I'm still love to read what you all have to say to me, and I'm still overwhelmed. And yeah, when I okay, sometimes I read your comments when I have my breakfast, when I'm sitting alone at my breakfast table, and I'm reading your comments, and it makes my day. So even if I'm not feeling so good, I read a comment, and yeah, I think, okay, today will be a good day. So thank you so very much, and thank you for subscribing. I still can't believe the numbers are going up, so thank you so very much. I hope you enjoyed it a little bit, what I showed you today. As I said before, next time I will show you my January basket and decoration. So I hope that I have done everything I need to have done for it. So yeah, have a good stitchy week. Please take good care of yourself. I see you next time. Bye.